Now then, welcome back to another episode on the Hypermine server. I've been messing around with an idea. I've got a picture up on my second screen and I've been trying to play around with an idea that I wanted to install from the very beginning of this Nether hub. And I thought I better build that now and get that done, and then I can build the other features around it. I'm trying to get... Wow, the lighting changes so much better when you do that. You get darker lighting as soon as you put the hood on. Oh, well, let's do this for a second. So, I've finished off the chain work that we looked at last episode. I haven't finished completely, of course. I've still got loads more chain work to do. But I've started making the mouth of a skull. A skull that will be the entrance into that section of the hub built on that platform over there, where there's already a few places to go. It's going to be a very big skull, yes. It's going to be huge, and there's going to be lots of other details. At the minute, though, I've got an abundance of iron, and not much of the diorite, so I'm basically making it out of iron and hoping for the best. It is taking me a very long time, though, so there's no chance of me just going, hit record, and make a skull, because it's pretty epically big, and I'm constantly going backwards and forwards to check my details. So you got the mouth open, and you actually walk into the mouth. It's flush as well, with all everything is covered over with half slabs or stairs. So everything's half slabs or stairs, or then we've got a bit of iron in there just to tie in the rest of it. So I'm trying to make this the entrance. Now, all the little blocks of netherrack and stuff, they're what I'm using for my building blocks, so they're all temporary stuff. So there's nothing to worry about there either. Nothing to see there. Don't just ignore all the netherrack stuff. That's all my prepping up. And I'm not 100% sure what I wanted to achieve next with this, but I'm trying now to get this sort of bridge of the nose sorted out. This is kind of the nose section. I'm trying to get the nose sorted out, and I don't know if that opening looks better or not. I think I'm going to keep that there and have a small nose opening. It does go back a fair ways, that's for sure. And what I want to do with it, I'm putting half slabs on here, and that didn't look too bad. That's why I was checking over there. What I want to do now is try and figure out where the eyes are going to go and get some eyes in place. So that's up next. Now, if I stand in the middle here, I'm thinking that I'm going to need a little bit of a bridging up to the eyes from back here. So maybe one. Yeah, let's go. We go like that. Oh, man, I'm trying to make sense of it in my head exactly how I want it. Yeah, because then that brings the two together, I think. Yes. Okay, and then 1, 2, maybe something like this. 2, give myself a little bit of a bridge here. And no. That's too far away. Too far apart. Let's try again. We want to go a bit further across, I think, then. So let's have a fill block there, and let's also have a fill block here. Let's make this the under eye, like the eye. Yeah. Give that a bit more space. This is why it takes me so long to mess about with these kind of things. I think too much about things, I guess. I guess you could say I think too much about things. With a bridge on the nose here, that bit back there, I've got that bit over the side there, and then we would go back 1 or 2 to go into the eye socket. I think the eye socket needs to come out a bit more this way, because it's going to be a big eye. So let's do 2 more coming out here. And we've got so much iron. Iron's technically my building block. I do want to use other materials in amongst it all, but iron's my building block for right now. 5 across. Might work okay. Maybe just a 4 across. Just 4 across. And then knock this old one off. There we go. If we lose it, we lose it. Okay, so 4 across like that. That'll do. Yes. And then I want to bring it up from behind here. So we're going to fill that in for now and just bridge that off. This is still the bridge of the nose. I kind of want it to go back a section almost, just to like hollow it out a bit, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so there's that bit. Now if I come out to about here and go up 1, and then here and up 2, and then here, and we're going to go up 1 more. That seems about right, I think. Yeah, let's try that. The bloody ladder's going to be right up the nose. That's the trouble I've got here. Ladder's going to be right up the nose bit. And this is the inside edge of the eye. I'm going to bring the eye around this way after. So let's go up this way. Okay, so we're going up there, and then we're 2 up here, onto 1, 2, 3, and then we'll maybe cut back across with 1, 2, 3, and then go down a couple. That's not going to be easy, is it? Nope. Let's go down here. Let's do it from behind here. I might put some sort of lighting in this after as well. Let's go down here. And let's go down to this way. And, wow, down another 1 that way. And then kind of round it off to meet. Yeah, this works. Just carve out as I go. Right, so we'll go across there, and then I'll go down 2, I think. I can. Good, good. Down 2, and then I've got to bring that across to here somehow. Well, let's have like several across here. 1, 2. Yeah, that's about there, and then 1, 2, 3. And then we can go 1 more on the base here, like that. Let's see. Take all these odd bits off. Jump across, and ding, 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 ding. Okay. Hopefully that looks okay as an eye socket. And if it does, then I can duplicate it. It's kind of eye sockety. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Shall I make the second one? I'm gonna have to go down. This is what I have to do. I have to go up and down over and over again until finally I see the finished product, and then go and do some more layers and then change it around a little bit more, and so on and so on and so on. So I've got quite a little bit of building still to do. Lots and lots and lots of building. And I don't want to just sit there showing you all. Oh, well, that's definitely kind of eye-like, isn't it? That'd give it a great big spooky eye. I've got to build out the cheekbones on either side under the eye and have the brow and all that, but it's about the right size, isn't it? It's about the right size. That could be looking pretty epic. Alright, let me do a little bit more and then come back with some new stuff. Well, it kind of looks odd still. It kind of looks a bit odd because of the blue eyes, the blue eye sockets. But the idea is to hollow out those eye sockets and make them dark inside of some kind. But because of the ladder that goes all the way up through the top of its eye, the back of its eye needed a ladder on it. So I decided to use that because I didn't fancy going and fetching glass, basically. Didn't fancy getting glass, so I did that. I've now rounded off the face. So the face as it goes back into the skull. I've done the forehead just there. I've still got the cranium section to do on the back. But I'm going to do the cranium all at once. So I'm going to try and get the cheekbones and stuff in place next. But so far, it's looking pretty good. I'm quite pleased with it. I have got to put half slabs up on the top there on his forehead. But that's okay. We've got that. But I'm just trying to figure out exactly where I want things to go from here now. Because it's a difficult stage now, because I've got to try and come around this corner and try and keep it all tidy looking. And that's not an easy task. I can tell you. It's not an easy task. And doing two sides at once as well. It's not like I can just do one side. I've got to do both sides at the same time, which makes it slightly even tougher. Let's Let's try and build a little bit of a safety net around here. Can quickly take it all back down again afterwards. Just need to be able to take a few steps back from it and see where we're looking at, and hopefully get it all working together right. The cranium itself is going to go into here fairly soon, so I need to make sure I've got plenty of space for that. All this netherrack's going eventually. It's good for building, scaffolding around the place for now while I'm building things like this. It keeps other areas enclosed as well until I can get to enclose them myself. So, let's see. What have we got? We've got the side of the eye there. Okay. And I figured that would go back about 4 blocks that way, yes. And then, presuming that I do that some more, let's go and just tap a few more in there. It's got to come down at least to the same level as the eye socket, really, hasn't it? Yeah. So the eyes protrude out. I'll maybe add a little bit of the cranium coming out on here, just like the tip of the rounded bit starting at the back there, something like that. But I'll not do that just yet. I just want to get the sides right. So we bring in both sides down to eye level, okay, and then I want to go in a little bit because of the socket of the eye, like that. And then we've got the cheekbone structure, and I want the cheekbones to be kind of rounded, but I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work out for me yet. So some more playing around with blocks until eventually I get it right. Let's see, we've got this flatter, straighter bit there. That's like under the eye there. We've got that little section there. We've got this section comes out to about there. I need it to be rounded at least, don't I? I need the cheekbones to be rounded a little bit. So let's bring it out, cheekbones under the eye. Let's go like so. We'll have a little cheekbone structure going on there. Yeah, I think I want to get rid of that one. And replace it. There we go. And that should at least start the curving process. And then, because he's a big lad, isn't he, this guy? He's a big lad. I'm going to need to bring this down a lot more, aren't I? Oh man, doing this on video is a tough thing to do. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 even. And then we wanna have the curvature coming into this already. So maybe just here, like that, and a little bit of something coming down here, and that would possibly do it. I think. I just need to have a look to see how that cheeky, bony structure works from the other side, and then I can get on with doing the next little bit. It's a lot of running around backwards and forwards on this, so this is kind of another log video, Nemsun's log video, just to show you progress as I'm making it. Yeah, that kind of feels about right. I don't want it to come down too far though, because the jaw's supposed to be down and open, so it's just that little bit there. Just connect those 2 blocks there, fill that little bit in and duplicate it on the other side, and then we've got our cheekbone structure for the inside of the skull. And then it's just a case of doming it off and around the rest of it. But overall, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to carry on messing around with it off camera because it's taking me forever, and I keep getting the odd ghast coming as well, but I do get to pick up the ghast here, so it's not such a bad idea. Yeah, I'm going to need to play with it a little bit more, keep going at it until eventually I'm happy with something and I can show you before the end of this episode. Okay, so much time has passed. Much time has passed, and I haven't really progressed much. I've been away, done some other things, and come back to it. But I do have quite a lot of the face done. Pretty much all of the face done. We've got the jaw, we've got the cheeks, we've got the sides of the eyes, and we've got the forehead done. There's still a lot of building material to remove. I've also cleared out all of the netherrack from around it in a large area, so that'll look good. Also managed to push a pig man off the top by the looks of it, and he died. Okay, fine. Let's go way over here and have a look at it. It's a little bit dark in the nether, obviously, so I can't really do much about that, but you can just about tell what it's looking like, and I think it's looking okay. The cheeks around the jaw, the mouth, and all that looks pretty good, I think. That ice still needs to be removed to make a hollowing. I would like to use glass, I think, or something like that. Maybe iron bars instead. But at the minute, that one ladder goes up through past the back of the eye, so we're leaving it like that. I've also got the other stairwell here. There's a fancy stairwell that goes all the way up to the roof of the nether. And that comes up from down here somewhere. Yeah, down here. So I'm going to have to move that around sometime. Oh, with a skeleton. Going to have to move that around at some time as well. Maybe bring it so that it comes in from the hub up there rather than coming in from down here in the hub. Do it from the top hub because it actually goes all the way to the roof of the nether. So that'll be a better place to put it. But next up, I've got to try and figure out how and where to start the head, which is basically a big sphere on the back. And I'm not 100% sure where I want to start this. So let's go up and have a look. I'll just do like what am I trying to achieve first to show you, and then I'll do loads more off camera, I should think. So we're up here and we're going to be past the eye socket. Yeah, there's the eye socket. Okay, so I think I probably want to have the skull starting around about here. So on this row here, second row up. So we'll come across here a bit. And how far out I want to go, I don't know yet either. But that's the skull bit there. Let's see. I probably don't want it to be too far away from starting here. So maybe here, 4 or 5 blocks away. That feels like it might be good. Okay, so we'll go... Yeah, we go there. Let's have a look. Let's have a look again. Let's see. From the top of the eyeball there. So there wants to come 2 down. Okay. So if we're going to be from here, then that's going to be 2 down there. 1, 2, 3, 4 all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that looks about right. And then I'll hack this bit out because I want to see it from the other side so I know where it all is. There we go. And then we're going to come out 1 more set of 4 here. I think. Yeah. We're going to do this a few times, I think. Like so. And then back out this way. Back it up a bit and bring another set out here. And that's going to be the start of a circle, believe it or not, a sphere, believe it or not. And then we're going to be basically bringing it into a larger shape from here. So we're going to take it quite a few more ahead of that, quite a few more. I want to do it so that I've got, let's see, say 3 up from there. And 3 down from there, I should think. Yeah. So it's going to end up being actually 2 up from there and 2 down from there. So let's do this. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. It's going to be very difficult to get building in the first place. Let's do this and bring it down here. and 2 down from there. Okay. And then we're kind of just filling in the gaps around. So from behind here, we'll go down 3, I think. Oh man, this is going to be so difficult to build out. The first time, at least. We want to go down a couple there. Possibly 3 on each of these. So, yeah. Where did my start bit go? Here we go. Let's jump down here. This is why it takes me so long to build this, because I'm having to do all this little bridging and working away around the places. So, yeah, to make it so that it becomes a circle, I'm going to be going down. I'm going to be going down 3 from each of these. Like that, which then means that this gets filled in. Yeah, like that. Okay, and that starts doming it. That's the idea. I don't think I can do this on camera, can I? I'm going to have to just do it when I get back next episode and show you what I did. Do most of it off camera, because it's going to take an awful lot of building work to get this right. Lots of messing about, taking it up and down and round and about and all over the place. I think... No, I need to go 1 more for there. So that. And then do 2 there. And that means then that this can come back out 1 more. 3. And then I want to go down another 2. I want to bring these down here like this, I think. Yeah, 2, 3. So then this will be broken there and there and there. And you're kind of getting the idea. It's going to have to dome out until I find the right point. This should possibly be the edge point here of where we want to go. And then I just have to dome it all the way around. So it's ever-decreasing circles in a spherical design from here, I think. Yeah, 2 out there. And then we're going to have it coming in. And I've run out of netherrack. Good job. So that's it for this episode. That's all I can do for this episode. I do want to show you something else, though, before I start working on this anymore. Let me just clear this off so I don't leave things lying around. I want to leave it as clean as possible each time I log out, as it were. So let's go back down. There we go. Right, and gather up my building blocks. With all the netherrack I've cut down, running out of netherrack is the last thing I expected to do. Okay, so let's have a look, see if it's going out sort of far enough. Yeah, kind of just far enough now. So I need to, like, then stagger that around and draw circles in it to make the spherical design work. It's not going to take me too long, but it is going to take a fair bit just to get started and get the first shapes in the right places. That's going to be the biggest issue. And then I'm planning on taking the, like, where the skull is resting on, this bit, and start building up from here, walls out, and sort of building onto the base of the jaw. So the jaw's sort of set in stone, as it were, in netherrack, or nether brick, should I say. A nether brick sort of sitting down place. That way, from the inside, we can make a fairly large room structure where these staircases and things can go from, and I can send a staircase right up to the top there. There's also potential that I'm going to put the beacon down inside the skull, and it's kind of central. You see the beacon's just up here. If I can make this beacon move across a little bit more, then I will be all good. So this is the back end of the beacon, so let's just cut away a couple here. And I can't do it quite as easily as I wanted to, but let's see. Yep, there we go. Okay. And can I get to that? Nope. Get out of my way, pigman. Do not want to be hitting pigmen. Thank you. That's my biggest thing over here. Yeah, so I could send up... let's block those 2 off so that we don't see that. There we go. I could send a beacon up from about here, which is almost the center of the head. Can't go further that way, so it's going to be basically on the side of the head Maybe make it into something of a design here with a beacon flowing out of it. I don't know yet, but it's going to be around about here that the beacon's going to go straight up from this block here. So, that being said, that's about it for this episode. I've done a fair bit. I want to do tons more, but I can only record for so long. I've got to do bits and pieces here and there, and I've also got to try and do all the legwork in between, all the basic building work in between. But once I've got the skull in place, then I can start thinking about the stairs up, and I can start thinking about what the hub up here is going to look like, and reconnecting some of those places that are in the way into other areas of the hub. I have already cleared this out. I think I've shown you this episode, actually. I've already cleared this out to go all the way over this way, and this leads up to the Wither Slaying area, I think it is. Or, no, this leads out to a big long tunnel that somebody built, which is that bit down there. Yeah, there's a section down there that come all the way up here, and I've just basically cut that into the hub so I can get rid of it and remove the, well, it's like a bridge across, wasn't it? And then we've also got some other bits and pieces that people have already defined areas for, like that staircase down there with the glass and the pillars and all that. Brings you up and over this way. As you can see, I've had a few gas fireballs hit the glass, so I've got to be very careful when I'm up here at the minute. Yeah, this big glass section there is now to the Wither killing spot, and that's accessible via the hub now, you see. That's another plan. And slowly but surely, all of those places will get linked into this area. And I can start defining this area and start deciding what it's going to look like and turning it into the main hub for far off reaches and things like that. Far off reaches hub, yes. And that ghast is going to do my head in when I get back down if I don't shoot it now. I have to be very careful not to kill pigmen. Oh, missed it. Ding. Oh, yes. And there's another one over there as well. That section over there is going to have to be removed. I've got to make a nether perimeter. I think Prezzy's online at the minute. Yeah, Prezzy's been doing a nether perimeter for things already. For a wither farm, I think it is. So I've got to do something similar to that fairly soon to clean up the nether hub area and build a perimeter around it. But that is it for now. That is all for this episode, folks. Thank you extremely for watching. I know you normally watch the modded Minecraft, but you guys keep up with the vanilla Minecraft as well, and I am enjoying playing around on the Hypermine server. So check out the link in the description to the Reddit page and go and get supporting some of the other people. Is that gas going to take me? No, I think I've got a chance to say bye-bye. Goodbye, farewell, and thank you very much for watching another episode of Hypermine. Da, 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 da.